Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and today on Hermitcraft, I'm going to take down a bunch of these skeletons. I'm going to take them down to Funky Town, and then I'm going to take their bones, like Home Alone, and I'm going to use them to, I don't know, trap a house. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to use them to build an elaborate skeleton. So let's go ahead and put all the things that are not bones, because we don't need anything that's not a bone right now, and back in there. Then we'll come over here and attack again. I've got my Loot and 2 sword, I hope. Yeah, I'm using my Loot and 2 sword. So hopefully I'm actually picking up enough bones to make the bone blocks to complete the skeleton that I always dreamed of. Boom. There we go. Well, that netted us a grand total of 70 bone blocks, which seems like insufficient bones to build that. So we're going to go ahead and maybe kill a few more of these guys for a few minutes, and then come back and hopefully build something beautiful and wonderful and terrifying in the nether. Time skip again. Whoa, you can put those lights in horizontally? I was just running through the nether to go put in my skeleton thing, and I realized you could put these light sticks in horizontally. Maybe I should be using the light sticks for teeth. I've got a bunch of light sticks back at my base, and that would free up like a bunch of bone blocks here, and make this thing better lit and more exciting. So let's go ahead and grab those light sticks. Boom. We are just like, we're like Minecraft savants over here. Not the idiot kind, but like the actual, like, we're good at Minecraft kind. Everything's turning up Joe Hills. It's a Minecraft day in a Minecraft way. Everybody's got a Minecraft play. Hey, everybody run to your chest. Everybody take out your best end rods. My goodness, they're like terrifying teeth for a terrifying lizard being. It's such a good lizard with end rods for teeth. It's such a terrible lizard, a kingly one you'll see. We're gonna go and knock out all the teeth. Pickaxe and put in some new ones. Relax. Oh, hey, buddy. Glad I didn't accidentally hit you with an ender pearl. You would not forgive me anytime soon. Okay. There's an endmite again. Okay. So, we can actually maybe put in teeth like this. This might actually look pretty cool. Is that endmite trying to get me? Don't try to get me, endmite. I will not stomach it. I have no room in my heart for that kind of thing. Now, I was going to say, should this thing have like molars in the back, like that are made of the blocks? I don't even know. But you know what? This is fine. This is fine. So then, we'll go ahead and knock out these upper teeth here. Kind of do the same thing. Boom. Okay. So I'm not actually using these horizontally, which was what I was really excited about seeing earlier on the ceiling. But just the idea of, well, now I'm using one horizontally. But I don't want to. That was unintentional. So without hitting the zombie pig man, thank you for wandering into my path. But not like directly into my path. Okay, so we got an endmite there. I've only seen 2 of these, but they seem to be spawning right here for some reason. Cool. So let's hop down now and grab some of these bone blocks that we dropped. And then we can use... Luckily, I've actually got some netherrack this time, so we can scaffold properly. That's already looking better. So one thing I'm realizing is that what I really need to do is have the vertebrae bring a rib cage around. Oh, and those are not even, like, equal here. We're going to go ahead and knock that out a little bit. So, if we want to have, like, ribs kind of coming around here, the way to do that is going to be to kind of have them come... Well, so maybe this should be the shoulder bones on this one. So these will be shoulder bones. We'll work out those later. The next ones, though, like these should be ribs. So we'll have these kind of come around and make a little cage here that, you know, could contain a terrifying lizard heart. And we could actually probably justify kind of having it go out like that a little bit. And then back in. Maybe not. Maybe that looks silly. That might come in too much. Maybe we need to have these actually go like so. Yeah, that looks kind of better. And so then this next one would kind of be the same way. And this hopefully leaves enough bones left over for us to finish the top of the skull. So we'll hop up here. Huh. Well, I don't know if that screams rib cage. And I'm thinking that that L in the back really kind of undermines the feeling of, well, of course, then I immediately dug myself into a hole. Now, one thing that jumps out at me is this almost makes me feel like I need to move my bridge kind of further out. Like, have the bridge make a little bit of a bow in it, like, away from this thing so you can see this thing better. But, I mean, when you come out of the portal, you're not really going to want to walk in a U more than you have to, but you just can't appreciate this creature from right here is the problem. Oh, good. I've got actually, like, 86 more blocks, so I'm not in as dire straits as I was worried. But let's go ahead and hop up here, trying to get to the top of the head and actually kind of give it some real nose spaces. Now, unfortunately, this whole ceiling is going to have to go. My goodness. Well, that's an unwelcome current event. So this might actually poke into... I might have to put a new ceiling on this cave, it looks like. I mean, which I can do. I really can. I just didn't know I was going to have to. So, I'll make a note of that. Okay. So let's see, how did I have this? It looks like I had this set up so it's going to get narrower here. Like so, and then the same thing over on this side. What I'm kind of tempted to do is to give it, like, nostrils. Like, I think the best way to give it nostrils would probably actually be to have this be a little bit harder right here. And then take, whoa, these two out. And then what we'll do, let's teleport up. Oh, that's going to be way too far. Well, that was almost way too far, but it wasn't. Yay, okay. This is why we're going to put this potion of fire breathing right here in case we need it. Okay. So now we've got these nostril holes, and then we can kind of superimpose these like so. And then have the kind of skull kind of start raking back this way. I did not intend for this to be quite so grand, but like, now that it is, who am I to deny it? It's just going to happen. Okay, so I think that what I'm going to want to do, dang it, that never getting that back, is kind of have the head even come up more. Like an alligator almost, like would have a head that kind of comes up, like for the eyes to go here. Maybe I should do something comparable to what I did with the nose for the eyes and have it kind of come out and around and then up. That looks super cartoony, but I don't know, maybe that's, whoops, what people want from their, you know, giant dragon skulls. It's something a little bit comforting and cartoony and not something abjectly terrifying at all moments. So, if we go over here, that definitely looks like a cartoony dragon skull. It's gigantic. We need to add, like, room for the brain. Now, dragons aren't exactly known for their massive brains, but I'm almost wondering if I should move this entire eye part forward some. Although I like having it have like a bit of an alligator snout. So that's fine. We might just end up kind of enlarging the back of the head a bit here. Does it look a little scary? Yeah. Would it look scarier if it was missing some teeth? I almost think it might. Or if its teeth went like one than the other or something maybe. If its mouth wasn't open quite so wide. That might be part of it. Maybe if I alternated the teeth, like, do I have a workshop area down here? Yeah, let's say that I put the workshop area down here. So, like, we have the mouth go like this. And what if we put the teeth in an alternating pattern? Okay, well, so what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 on top of each of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we come back in. Dang it. And we put these here. Okay, now we are inside the mouth. And what we're going to do is we're going to try putting these in an alternating pattern. So, if we have 2 up here, we'd have 1 here. We'd have them here. Then have them like that. So then that one will go here, here, and here. Does that look scarier? See, that kind of... Dang it. That seems like less teeth. I mean, it is less teeth. It's half as many teeth. But if I start putting them here, they connect, and then they don't look like teeth anymore. Dang it. Well, let's keep the teeth the way they are for right now. We can come back to it if we come up with an alternate idea. Maybe the nostrils should be on the sides, because you're going to be approaching it from the sides. And then you'd have a better appreciation of how nostrodontal they are. So like if we kind of moved these 2 blocks to here. Like that, does that seem... So now the nostrils, yeah, that's kind of better in a weird way. It almost looks more like those are part of the eyes or something too, which is kind of creepy in a good way, I think. Well, I've extended the head backwards a bit, and that definitely kind of gives it more of a sense of scale and awe and wonder. Now, in theory, this guy's head should be like more intact, but I'm realizing maybe he's dead because he got bumped in the head really good, you know? Like maybe that's a big part of his story. I am kind of thinking about kind of just putting some nether wart blocks in there and maybe kind of caving in some of the back of his skull with some of them too, just to kind of like give it a little bit more color here, but like having it just so like you see something when you look back in here. But like I don't have enough skull pieces to actually kind of finish the whole skull, and this kind of just gives it a little bit of a fleshy feel that I think people will enjoy. So let's go ahead out here and give this a look. So from this angle, that did absolutely nothing. As you approach it, though, the eyes are visible. That like kind of gives it something going on there. Now, from this side, what do we got? Well, you can actually see some of that spilling out, so I'm not sure I love that. And I'm thinking I might need to actually make this whole tunnel a little bit taller. A lot of this might have been solved if I had just like simply built this skull lower down. I didn't really kind of work out exactly how much space I was going to need for it. Okay, so that kind of lets some of this peek through more, but like this just in general is such a low ceiling. That's the problem with the nether, is everybody always wants to put in low ceilings for like no good reason. No reason that nether ceilings need to be low. Have them high and proud and excellent. So, there we go, kind of wipe out some of these. Here we go. So like now when you're running this way, you can at least kind of see that thing in the background. Looks kind of visually interesting. You don't know exactly what it is. If you're just kind of running past it, it doesn't look bad. And honestly, all anyone's ever going to be doing with this thing is just running past it. Nobody's going to stop here and go, "Hi, I'm Isuma. Oh, but I talk like this, and oh, hello, Isuma here. I'm going to look directly into the mouth of this dragon and hope it doesn't eat me. That would be terrible, and I would miss tea time. No, that's actually way too posh of an accent for Isuma. I can't do Isuma's voice at all. So considering the number of blocks that we had at our disposal, and the fact that I'm only ever going to run past this quickly and never actually really give it my full attention ever again, this is pretty okay. having the arms in place might add to it some, but we're going to have to come back once Wells gets his little bone shop reopened, once he returns from his trip. So, I think this is as good a place as any to stop. So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.